So we have quite a big guest on Krystal, Kyle, and Friends this week, Russell Brand. So we actually mentioned this on the last show Krystal and I did. By the way, check that one out. We talked to Bernie's 2020 campaign manager, Fat Shakir. But we did a segment where we broke down Russell Brand's debate with Candace Owens, and we mentioned how he's coming on next week in that debate. I don't think that part of the back and forth made it to YouTube, though. See, that's why you gotta either listen to the podcast of Krystal, Kyle, and Friends, or you have to pay the $5 a month and watch the video when it comes out, because there's stuff that you're gonna miss if you like the clips that make it to YouTube are nowhere near the entirety of the conversations or whatever. You're really missing out if you don't hop on board with that. But anyway, so Russell Brand is coming on the show. I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. I think he's probably the biggest guest we've ever had on the show. Politics-wise, it's different. You can say Noam Chomsky or Cornel West were the bigger guests, for sure. We've had a lot of heavy hitters on, but, Russell Brand is, I would say he's up there in, like, the Rogan sphere of celebrity, like, very up there. And by the way, he's gotten increasingly more and more political as time has gone by, so I'm really excited to talk to him, really excited to have him on. Every big guest, by the way, is because of Krystal. Krystal got Cornel West on, Krystal got Noam Chomsky on, Krystal got Russell Brand on. And there's actually a funny story behind that. So she was like, she reached out. They were like, yeah, and we'd love to have you on his show too. And I don't know if I'm actually allowed to say this, 'cause I don't know if their talk on his channel went out yet. But so she took that to me and was like, oh, cool, look at this. And I was like, hell yeah, tell him we'd love to do his show. And then whoever Russell's assistant is responding was like, yeah, Krystal's the one that we mean. So I always get like I always have these reality check moments where I'm reminded of like nobody in the official, like real official world knows me. You know what I mean? So we thought they meant like we'd love to have you on, as in like you guys, as in Krystal and Kyle, come on Russell's podcast, and we were like yes, and they were like, we mean you, Krystal. So I don't even know if Russell Brand knew who I was. You know what I mean? So I always have those reality check moments, and this is one of the benefits of doing the show with Krystal, is that she had a foot in that official world back when she was on MSNBC at one point, but also when she was with The Hill. Once you have that foot in that official world, you know people that you wouldn't meet otherwise. I've always been an outsider. I've always been, YouTuber, ground up stuff. Never was a big shot in any stretch of the imagination, by any stretch of the imagination. So it's always her. She gets the big ones. Even with Noam Chomsky, like 2 years ago, I reached out to Noam Chomsky and asked him to come on, and he basically brushed me off. He was basically like, yeah, I'd like to, but I'm sort of booked now. And then when I do start doing interviews again, there's a line, and like I'm going to have to make decisions as to whose show I go on and whose show I don't. Basically being like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. And so that was, there were many reasons why I didn't want to do interviews for the longest time. This is one of the biggest ones, is that it's really hard to get people, and I don't want to deal with that shit. And I also don't like the format as much, but I like it when Krystal's there and it's me and her and we could talk to the guests. So anyway, I'm babbling on here, but Cornel West got on because of Krystal, Noam Chomsky got on because of Krystal, Russell Brand got on because of Krystal. Sometimes I'll bring the people from the more new media world. So like Vosh, that was me, whatever. You guys know the deal. But anyway, you're not going to want to miss this conversation. Me, Krystal, and Russell Brand. And Krystal and I had said a while ago, as soon as we have more subscribers than Barry Weiss on Substack, we're going to release a behind-the-scenes video of the studio and everything. So you can see what it's like a day in the life before we actually do the show. And guys, Barry Weiss is still Draxin them's clounced. She's obliterating us. And we want to do a video of behind-the-scenes stuff, but we can't get past her. She's sort of a powerhouse. So I don't know what the numbers are now, but there was a time when it was like the news and politics realm, we were ranked like 14th and she was 13th. And so when we said, hey, as soon as we jump her, get us in front of her, and then we'll release that video, we thought like, oh, it'll be like a week. Not only is it not a week, I don't know if we'll ever pass her. She apparently is a powerhouse on Substack. And there's like a big fall off between like, once you get from 13, it falls massively to us, and we would need to gain a preposterous number of subscribers in order to defeat her. But listen, it is sort of a scandal and a crime that Barry Weiss is ahead of us. I mean, her whole thing is like, don't Palestinians suck? And the other thing, I saw this tweet the other day. She retweeted something about, like, free speech on college campuses being so important. And then the very next retweet she did was like, this Syracuse professor said something that was politically incorrect, and how dare she be hired by Syracuse. It's like, how are you not colossal hypocrite, really not that bright, terrible politics. So for the love of God, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, subscribe to Krystal, Kyle, and Friends, pay the $5 a month, get the video a day early. We love you to death. By the way, we take $0 and 0 cents for that podcast from corporations, from advertisers. We don't have any advertising on the show, and we never will. In fact, even on YouTube, we click off monetization. So we don't have the ads on YouTube for that. Even on the teaser clips, we click off the ads. We just wanted to build something new and different and a little more pure than everything else. And so we only fund it through the $5 per month that you guys give to see the videos a day early. And by the way, you get these great newsletters as well from Piper. Shout out to Piper, who does a wonderful job behind the scenes with stuff. So, yeah, pay the $5 a month, get the video a day early. It's definitely worth it. And for the love of God, get us in front of Barry Weiss, because I need to save what's left of my pride. And, hey, no better week to do it than this week, because we're getting the big dog, Russell Brand, on the show, and I'm really excited for it.